So an article from Tim Bontemps came out today titled How the 76ers Plan to Get Joel Embiid to the Finals. There's one thing missing. I'll leave the link down below. I'm only going to cover a few things in the article. So first important thing, the 30-year-old Embiid is doing his part, arriving at training camp having lost 25 to 30 pounds with the goal to lose more, pointing to how Hall of Fame big man Tim Duncan transformed his body as his career progressed as inspiration. Embiid hopes a slimmer version can better handle the rigors of the NBA season. It's just the evolution of your body and getting older and finding ways to stay afloat and be as dominant as I've always been. After playing in just 433 of a possible 637 games across the past 8 seasons, not counting the first 2 years of his career that were lost to foot injuries, Embiid's days of playing back-to-backs appear to be over. If I had to guess, I would probably never play back-to-back the rest of my career, said Embiid. We are going to be smart about it, Morey said. Part of being smart about it is having both Paul and Joel probably not playing many back-to-backs, if any. And I'm going to be real, the Sixers have to figure this out because, my goodness, looking at the back-to-backs, it's going to be tough to win consistently without him because the competition is very good. They need to figure out how to win without him. Unlike last season when they were an embarrassment. So the first one is November 12th and the 13th. The Knicks are the first game, so Joel probably plays in that. And then you got the Cavaliers, so that's going to be tough to go 2-0. Next, on December 3rd and 4th, Hornets the first night, and then the Magic. And if LaMelo's healthy, I think Charlotte will be better than expected. But that's a more manageable back-to-back. Then again, December 20th and the 21st, Hornets in Cleveland. Next up, January 1st and 2nd, Kings and Warriors. Western road trips are always tough because you're not on the same clock you're used to, so that will not be easy. Then January 14th, the Thunder. Then the 15th, the Knicks. Luckily, both are at home. Then a couple days later, the 18th and 19th, Pacers, Bucks. That 4-game stretch will be something. Next back-to-back is easier. Cavs, Bulls. Again with the 4-day stretch. A couple days later, Lakers, Kings, luckily both at home. Those teams will be on a time zone they're not used to. That should benefit the Sixers. Then we got the Mavericks, Heat in the beginning of February. They get a month off basically after that one because the next one is in March. Blazers and T-Wolves. Then probably the easiest back-to-back scenario, Utah and Atlanta. Later in the year, the competition seems to get easier, which should help their record without Joel Embiid on back-to-backs. The next one we have up is the Mavericks and then Houston. Then again, Atlanta with New Orleans. And then lastly, Miami and Toronto. Do you think the Sixers will have a positive record in back-to-back scenarios? Let me know below. Another interesting thing from the article is here. He wrote, for Nurse, Philly's plan should look familiar. Nurse coached Kawhi Leonard during the Raptors' breakthrough championship season in 2018-19, emulating the plan that could present a challenge. In 2018-19, the Raptors went 17-5 in the 22 games Leonard sat. So I'm going to be real. If the Sixers are for real, they're going to be a very good team without Joel Embiid, and their record is going to look like the Toronto Raptors record without Kawhi Leonard. But I really truly do believe the Sixers got to show something without Joel Embiid. You sign Paul George, let's get real. Maxi's a star player. You should be good without Joel Embiid. I don't care. Enough with the excuses.